Oh! I didn't know you were awake, I swear.
That's okay. Why are you so scared?
Why are you frightened? What happened?
That's wrong, isn't it? I said the wrong thing.
I don't think so.
I beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You are back in Haven, my lady. They say you saved us.
Haven?
The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand. It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
3 days. I've slept for 3 days. Haven! That was that one village where everyone was all weird back in Origins, right? Makes sense, because that was near the Temple of Sacred Ashes. Right. This whole Frostback Mountains region is kind of close to Orzammar, if I remember right. Does she think I'm some kind of a god?
Then the danger is over.
The breach is still in the sky, but that's what they say. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
Okay. Alright. Some nice herbs for me? Sure. Well, I don't feel like a prisoner. This is a nice home. It's not a prison cell. Special shipments. Oh, is that some DLC thing? It may be. Maybe time to ignore it then. Patient observations. Vain hope. Someone better at this than me takes over before the survivor expires. Notes in case. Day 1. Climby. Shallow breathing. Pulse overfast. Not responsive. Pupils dilated. Mage says her scarring mark is thrumming with unknown magic. Wish we could station a Templar in here, just in case. Yeah, I don't think that'll be happening. Don't touch me, dirty Templars, I'm a mage. We're all apostates now. There's no such thing as a circle mage because there is no circle. What the hell is that? Giant crow creature in my room. Who asked for this? Whoa. Hi? They kind of look like they've been waiting for me. You'll excuse me for a second? I must... Why is there a random chest hiding here like this? Whose chest is it? Belt of Magic Defense. Let's take all. F, okay. Belt of Magic Defense, thank you very much. Are they saluting me or something? Dense two-handed haft. Thought it was still glowing. Hi?
That's her. That's the Herald of Andraste. They said when she came out of the Fade, Andraste herself was watching over her.
Hush. We shouldn't disturb her.
They
Why
think...
did Lady Cassandra have her in chains? I thought Seekers knew everything.
It's complicated. We were all frightened after the explosion at the Conclave.
It isn't complicated. Andraste herself blessed her. May her be with you.
Ooh. Without the divine here, people are revering me.
May her be with you.
Oh, wow. Well, it certainly beats being taken as a prisoner, so I'm definitely not complaining.
Herald of Andraste.
Herald of Andraste. They think the glowing person was Andraste. I don't know about that. But am I gonna say anything? Well, keep treating me nicely. I wouldn't mind that.
May her be with you.
Am I religious? I'm an elf. I'm an elf. I'm a Dalish elf, so I don't know if I necessarily believe in the Andraste stuff. Hello?
I believe Seeker Cassandra would like to speak with you.
Okay, so I think this is part of the zooming in mod I added. Yeah, just FYI here. So normally, if I don't mod it, because you know how back in Dragon Age 1 and 2, when you talk to someone who is semi-important, it goes into like a cutscene thing, right? It shows a close-up of their face. Apparently, that happens much less often in Inquisition, and so what this mod does is it tries to replicate that kind of thing happening by zooming in more than usual.
I believe Seeker Cassandra would like to speak with you.
But you can see that because it's a mod, it's not perfect, and sometimes maybe like the positioning is just not quite right. But the alternative is, it does still zoom in, but a lot less, like maybe like that. So I don't know, I kind of like it. I feel like it's something I like right off the bat already because I can't really imagine not having that zoom in cutscene thing anymore, so we'll see. Let me know how you feel about that. Okay. Andraste's Mabari. You know Andraste's old Mabari, he don't show up in the chant, and if you ask those holy sisters, well, they'll say Andraste can't, have had some big old smelly war dog. But all Ferelden knows it right, our sweet lady needed someone who would warm her feet at night. And there's Andraste's Mabari, by the holy prophet's side. In the fight against the Vinter, that dog would never hide. They say the Maker sent him special, always loyal without pride, so he could be the sworn companion of the Maker's holy bride. Oh, that dog he guards Andraste, without arrogance or fear, only asking of his mistress just to scratch behind the ears. But then old Maferath gets to plotting, tries to lure that dog away. But even as they trap the prophet, her Mabari never strays. And there's Andraste's Mabari by the holy prophet's side. In the fight against the Vinter, that dog would never hide. They say the Maker sent him special, always loyal without pride, so he could be the sworn companion of the Maker's holy bride. Oh, they thought the wounds had killed him, but then he limped out towards the fire, and as Sarian, he shed a tear, as that dog laid on the pyre. Oh. And there is Andraste's Mabari by the holy prophet's side. In the fight against the Vinter, that dog would never hide. They say the Maker sent him special, always loyal without pride, so he could be the sworn companion of the Maker's holy bride. Yes, the Mabari's the companion of the Maker's holy bride. I would love to have heard this song. Maybe someone will sing it. Because remember, Andraste got burnt at the stake, so I guess this song is just saying that the dog went with her at the stake, which is insane.
That's her. She stopped the breach from getting in.
Yes, it's me.
Still a lot of rifts left all over. Cracks in the sky.
She
Yes?
walk safe.
What am I doing? What am I doing that's making it cut off? Is it me?
Walk safely, Herald of Andraste.
Herald of Andraste. Patient observations, day 3. Less thrashing, some response to stimulus. Vital seems solid. 2 attempts so far by locals to break into the Chantry to kill my patient. What? All this work to save her life, and will they just execute her? Will inform Lady Cassandra I expect her to wake before the morn. Not everyone likes me. This is me, right? It felt like everyone loved me, the people who were waiting for me to come out. But apparently people try to kill me as well, so...
Good luck sealing those rifts.
not exactly universally revered. Oh, come on! That's why we have the jump function, right? Don't be like that.
Walk safely, Herald of Andraste.
I'm just checking out what's going on here. The threat remains. The breach is calmed, but the trouble is only beginning. Find Cassandra in the Chantry. What is that? Is that the cursor or what? I don't know what that is. Okay. Merchants? Was Haven always this big? I don't remember Haven being this big. It was like this creepy little village before.
Safely, Herald of Andraste.
Oh my god, they're all like praying to me. That's wild.
Walk safely, Herald of Andraste.
Yes, lady, I understand. I understand. Thank you.
Walk safely, Herald of Andraste.
Oh my god.
Blessings upon you, Herald of Andraste.
The Singing Maiden. Have you ever heard the story of King Bedwyr? Bedwyr, like most kings, was a man of great pride who expected nothing but complete loyalty from his subjects. He believed the best way to achieve this was through fear. After all, those who feared him would never cross him or question his rule. Most importantly, those who feared him would always seek to please him. Bedwyr cultivated terror in his subordinates through gleeful and unrestrained use of a contraption referred to as the Maiden. The Maiden was a hinged iron casket, as high and wide and deep as a man, with vicious spikes within, meant to pierce through the poor soul locked into it. Bedwyr's Maiden was a prized possession, and stood in a place of honor in his throne room, often with a screaming victim inside it. Political rivals suspected assassins, treasonous ministers. The Maiden consumed them all. But as time passed, more people were given to the Maiden for increasingly trivial offenses. The cook for oversalting the king's food, the page boy for dropping his sword. The Maiden cast a pall over the kingdom, and its people prayed for deliverance from their cruel king. Then one day, a strange woman rode into the city. She called herself Ember, and was an emissary from a far-off land. Her leaders had heard, she said, of Bedwyr's wisdom and authority, and she sought the king's counsel. The thought that he had earned the adulation of brother kings across the sea made Bedwyr swell with pride, and he granted Ember an audience. They dined and danced, and through it all, Ember flattered and fawned on the king. At the end of the night, Ember asked to see the Maiden, the infamous device that had given Bedwyr all his power. The king, giddy with praise, proudly presented Ember with the empty contraption. Ember looked at the Maiden, sighed with disappointment, and said, "That does not look terrifying at all. I should have imagined the spikes to be much sharper." Bedwyr grew red at her comment and replied, "The spikes are sharp enough. Look at the blood that still clings to them." "But it is so small," said Ember. "Are only children and women its victims?" Bedwyr grew redder still and replied, "Of course not. The Maiden has devoured many men." Ember shook her head and said to the king, "I do not believe it. Surely no warrior could fear this thing. A man like yourself, tall and muscled, would not fit within." The king laughed and saw a way to prove the merit of the Maiden to Ember. "I will show you how easily a man like myself could fit," he said. And with that, he stepped into the device, but Ember was waiting, and no sooner had Bedwyr squeezed himself into the iron casket that Ember slammed it shut on him. Ember took the Maiden, and with a screaming Bedwyr inside, through the castle and down into the city. And the people, finally free from the king's tyranny, cheered and danced to the singing that echoed through the streets until Bedwyr was dead, and it finally stopped. Oh my god. Well, sucks to be him, I guess, but that's... Wow, they didn't even... It's not even like an immediate death. You get stuck inside, and then you're screaming the whole time, and people are parading around you. That's what you get for inflicting the same kind of thing on other people, I guess. Unfairly, too, I might add. Oh my god. Alright, everyone loves me. I can't go in here. There's something inside. Can I not go in?
May God be with you. May God be with you.
I am the one.
Walk safely, Herald of Andraste.
Enchanters. I'm just randomly getting... Why am I randomly getting these codex unlocks just by walking around? Someone's... There's music inside. How do I get inside?
Blessings upon you, Herald of Andraste.
May God be with you.
Oh, maybe I have to wait till later? Not yet? Okay, I'll be back. Sorry, the Herald of Andraste is just a little bit busy with looking around. Yeah, looking around. Hi, Aiden.
I believe Lady Cassandra wanted to speak with you.
Okay. She can wait. Disciple Lightning Staff. Hey, isn't that way better than what I have? Staff of the Dragon. Wait, is that like a DLC thing earlier? This one isn't. Oh, but level 4. I'm not level 4 yet. Okay. We're never gonna go to Cassandra, just so you know. Nogskin! Who's skinning Nogs? Quit it! Does this even matter? Collecting elf root? Wait, there's a note in there. Did I read that? I don't know. Patient observations day 2. Pulse normal, breathing normal, still unresponsive. Careful drop feed of prep, elf root extract to hasten her recovery. A lot of thrashing. Mutters about too many eyes. Something about the gray. Encouraging? Is that what I was saying? The gray? Too many eyes? Read your books. The Randy Dowager Quarterly. A well-worn quarterly missive of suspect virtue. The Randy Dowager welcomes the cool of autumn with the fall of another, the collected dreams of desire being the confessions of an apprentice, and training more furrowing than harrowing, forbidden dalliances at their most spirited. The Randy Dowager, exhibitions for the noble of thought, but spry of step. The lady herself says, enchanting, one supports the circles, if only because closed doors offer the imagination more. 3 scarves fluttered in shock out of 5. Oh. Someone's personal stuff on their bed. I'm just going around and read it all.
May God be with you.
That's the one place I couldn't get in. Oh hey, hi. Don't mind if I do. I'm sorry, was Cassandra looking for me? I'm sure she won't mind. She doesn't know I'm awake yet anyway.
Not taking orders right now. Got a problem with it? Bring it up with Cassandra.
Yeah, okay, they really want me to talk to Cassandra. Fair enough. And you know what? Let's read about Cassandra. Oh, I really wish I knew which one... Is it this one? Cassandra, Pentagast. Lord Seeker Lucius, I am fully aware of the intent behind your predecessor's declaration. Lord Seeker Lambert pried the Templars away from the Chantry control and led them into an assault upon all mages, for reasons you both find justified. I, however, am uncertain when the Seekers of Truth went from guarding against injustices to perpetrating it. If you truly believe that is not the case, I suggest you look out a window at the chaos this war has caused and ask yourself if Thedas will recover, even if you are victorious. I remain at Divine Justinia's right hand, and will stay there even if you brand me traitor. I am sorry, but there is too much at stake to swerve from the path we willingly followed at the Chantry's foundation. Oh. A letter written by Cassandra to Lord Seeker Lucius Corrin. Lord Seeker. So the last time we learned about the Seekers in Dragon Age 2 was that they were like this special branch of the Chantry, I believe, that investigated into their own people, right? And so Cassandra's writing a letter saying, hey, you know what? Why are we, like, I feel like we're not doing the thing that we're supposed to be doing because we're supposed to be seekers of truth. When did we go from guarding against injustice to perpetrating it? Because the divide between mages and Templars is so big right now. And I guess the Lord Seeker is the boss, the head seeker. And he's like, you know what, guys? Back up the Templars, get all the mages. Not Cassandra, though. Not her. Thank God. Divine Justinia V, formerly the revered mother Dorothea Vorlay. Yeah, it's the one from the Liliana DLC. Divine Justinia V rose to power after the death of Divine Beatrix III in the year 934 of the Dragon Age. Little is known of Dorothea's background before she joined the Chantry as an initiate, but she proved to be a liberal and daring thinker, willing to take a former bard and lay sister, Liliana, as a close advisor. And that's who Liliana's working for right now? Well, I mean, she's dead, but that's why Liliana's back with the Chantry. A headstrong devotion to her own agenda and rumored support of the Mage Rebellion earned her no small dislike from the powerful priests long used to controlling access to the Divine. In the year 940 of the Dragon Age, Divine Justinia called a summit, intending to negotiate a truce between the Mage Rebellion and the Templars splintered from the Chantry. The Divine Conclave was held at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, the most holy place in Thedas. Before a resolution could be reached, a cataclysmic explosion destroyed the Conclave, consumed the temple, rent the sky, and shattered the world's hopes for peace. Divine Justinia V perished in the Temple of Sacred Ashes. The Chantry flounders, leaderless in the wake of her death, and its fate grows increasingly uncertain. If order is not restored to Thedas, Justinia V might be remembered as the Chantry's final divine. Alright.
Chancellor Roderick says that the Chantry wants nothing to do with us.
That isn't Chancellor Roderick's decision, sister.
There is a splinter among Maker believers.
Most of the Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. Who will lead us now?
Andraste didn't have Grand Clerics telling her what to do, and she managed nonetheless.
You expect us to be like Andraste?
Someone must.
Strive to be like her, you
Go
might
in
not.
peace, Herald of Andraste.
It's a thing about how, you know, you just shoot for the stars. Wait, what? Shoot for the moon, even if you miss your line among the stars. Why are people putting books down like that? That's so weird. The Fade. The study of the Fade is as old as humankind. Okay, so some of these we might have read like a million times already back in 1 and 2. If I remember it, you know, we don't have to read it again. Let me just see. For so long as men have dreamed, we have walked in its twisting paths, sometimes catching a glimpse of the city at its heart, always as close as our own thoughts, but impossibly separated from our world. The Tevinter... Oh yeah, they tried to map out the place before, but then it keeps changing and shifting, so mapping is not a thing. We've definitely read this one. The relationship of dreamers to the Fade is complex. Even when entering the Fade through the use of lyrium, mortals are not able to control or affect it. You know, what is really curious is that everyone's been saying that I came out of the Rift. I entered the Fade. Yeah, that's what that means, right?
Have you gone completely mad? She should be taken to Val Royo immediately, to be tried by whomever becomes divine.
I do not believe she is guilty.
The elf failed, Seeker. The breach is still in the sky. For all you know, she intended it this way.
I do not believe that.
That is not for you to decide. Your duty is to serve the Chantry.
My duty is to serve the principles on which the Chantry was founded, Chancellor, as is yours.
What kind of chancellor is this guy? A city chancellor? He clearly is not. If he kills me though, I'm the only person who can do anything about the Rift. I'm not saying even just closing it or whatever. I'm the only person who can interact with it in any way. A chant for the departed. The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next. For she who trusts in the Maker, fire is her water. As a moth sees light and goes towards flame, she should see fire and go towards light. The veil holds no certainty for her, and she will know no fear of death. For the Maker shall be her beacon and her shield, her foundation and her sword. Transfigurations. Sung by mourners as they light candles. Wait, I feel like we've... This place is big. Oh no, I think we should probably go to Cassandra first. It seems like you can... We're probably staying here for a while. Yeah, so we'll see what she wants. Oh, what's this? Hi?
I believe Seeker Pentagast was looking for you.
Yeah. Enemies drop collectibles, bring them to the researcher to learn more about foes and earn bonuses against them?
We can use that.
Oh, the Shadow Essence thing I picked up earlier. I don't know what that gave me though, but okay. Yeah, this is like our hub, isn't it? The Children of Andraste. There are many misconceptions regarding Andraste's bloodline, Monsieur. This is due, I should think, to a general lack of knowledge regarding Andraste's mortal life. Understandable, considering the many cults that arose following her death. Everyone sought to claim Our Lady for their own culture or claim some aspect of her existence was a lie. All of them complete fabrications. My order has done considerable research to ascertain the truth. We all know Andraste and the Betrayer raised 5 children. The eldest 3 were sons, Izarath, Evrian, Verold. The rule of what was once southern Tevinter was split among them. Izarath was given the west, what is today Orlais. Evrian was given the east, what is today the Free Marches. Verold was given the central Planocene, what is today Navarra. What became of these men and their legacies is the stuff of legend, and the majority of claimants to Andraste's bloodline link back to one of them. None of the 3 sons, however, were born of Andraste. Oh. They were born of the Betrayer's concubine, Gillivan. People chose to overlook the fact that Andraste came from the Alamari tribesmen and that they were barbarians, not the Fereldans we know today. They were savage warriors who took concubines in addition to their wives, and because Andraste was thought to be too weak to bear children, the betrayer took Gillivan to provide him heirs, which she did. After her death, the sons were raised as Andraste's own. Later in life, Andraste proved predictions wrong and had 2 daughters by the betrayer, Ibris and Vivial. They were kept out of the public eye and not permitted to marry, but both had consorts. Ibris had but one child, Elie Vamar, who perished on a voyage to Denerim, less than a month after her mother fell to the plague, and without children of her own. The younger daughter, Vivial, was more controversial, a strong-headed woman who defied her family by falling in love with a mage of the winter, Regulin. Vivial and Regulin went into self-imposed exile as the Exalted March began, and into hiding following Andraste's betrayal and murder. What became of Vivial and her descendants is largely unknown for one primary reason. She only had daughters. Each of those daughters only had daughters. They married into other families and took other names, and in the chaos of the Second Blight, all traces of survivors were lost. Andraste's true bloodline, if it exists, lies solely in the descendants of Vivial, and the suspicion of my order is that it produces only daughters. Thus, the claims of your young man, Monsieur, are highly suspect. A letter by Sister Galena to somebody who probably wrote in being like, "Hey, sisters, I've got this kid here. I think he's Andraste's bloodline." And then she proceeds to write a 10-paragraph full-on essay, beating him down, saying, "No, you're probably mistaken." Hey, maybe I'm a descendant of Andraste, huh? At least I fulfill the first requirement. I'm a woman. Oh boy. Cassandra, chill, okay? The Maker. There was no word for heaven or for earth, for sea or sky. All that existed was silence. Then the voice of the Maker rang out. The first word, and his word became all that might be. Dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities, and from it made his firstborn. Oh, this is that poem that we've read like 20 million times. It's the one that talks about how the Maker created the spirits and demons in the Fade, and then he got pissed at them because they did nothing with their power, and so he made humans, and then that's what ended up getting the spirits and demons jealous of humans because the Maker loves us more. Which I don't know if is a thing anymore, because Maker, if you love us, why is there a rift in the sky? Why is there a breach? And why are you not back, despite us singing the chant in all 4 corners of Thedas? The Maker, huh?
Chain her! I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that and leave us.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
I mean, I did my best, if it's not good enough for you.
So I'm still a suspect, even after what we just did?
You absolutely are.
No, she is not.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
You, and many others.
But not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to her for help.
So her survival, that thing on her hand, all a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent her to us in our darkest hour.
To be fair, the Divine could have been calling out for me if she didn't know I was the one who was gonna harm her or whatever, right? Just because she called out, it doesn't mean I'm free of suspicion. But I'm not gonna say that. I don't feel very chosen. I just want to go back to... I don't know what all those icons mean. I'm not chosen.
You realize I'm an elf. A Dalish elf.
Ooh.
I have not forgotten. No matter what you are or what you believe, you are exactly what we needed when we needed it.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition Reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order with or without your approval.
Is it Chantry, Chancellor?
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers. And now, no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
Do I have a choice?
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
Are you not?
The Chantry will take time to find a new Divine. And then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
Cassandra and Liliana are people who get things done. Not just sitting around waiting for someone to be like, oh, you know, we'll just wait for a new Divine to be elected. We gotta follow the rules, you know? These are the kind of people you want on your team.
You're trying to start a holy war.
We are already at war. You are already involved. Its mark is upon you. As to whether the war is holy, that depends on what we discover.
What if I refuse?
You can go if you wish.
You should know that while some believe you chosen, many still think you guilty. The Inquisition can only protect you if you are with us.
We can also help you.
It will not be easy if you stay, but you cannot pretend this has not changed you.
It doesn't seem to have changed me physically, or like I don't feel unwell, I guess. Not that I've heard myself saying. But they're right, because while we were sleeping in Haven for 3 days, apparently villagers try to kill me in the middle of the night, so maybe it is good that we lean on them for help. And I don't know though, because I don't know much about my background. Apparently I was sent to the Conclave as a spy, so do I need to... Probably gotta report back to my clan and all that? Do I feel a moral obligation to help people do this thing? Well, if the breach doesn't close, it's gonna affect the elves too. It's not even about humans versus elves versus dwarves versus mages versus Templars. It's about the whole world. Not even about the Blight. The Blight? It's something that we know about. It's happened a few times, but this thing is completely new. Okay.
If you're truly trying to restore order,
That is the plan.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
Is that our mark? Our symbol, sign of the Inquisition. Liliana back to being, a spy master, huh? What about Welonz Kuzland? You do your thing, I do mine. They can all believe in the Maker, but everyone's interpretations of the Maker and Andraste, they can all be different. Ooh, they've got like a little eyeball on their helmets. Got our little band of people. Welcome to Dragon Age Inquisition. For real. Alright. Influence. What's going on now? Inquisitor's Path. As the Inquisition's power grows against enemies in equal measure, it will take an iron will to bring Thedas back from the brink of chaos, but that is precisely what must be done. Haven once offered respite for pilgrims traveling to the Temple of Sacred Ashes, farther into the Frostback Mountains. In the wake of the temple's destruction, the storied village, which was also home to a dragon-worshipping cult during the Fifth Blight, now serves as a makeshift camp for those working to pick up the pieces. That's kinda cool, as we've been here before. Shows my path of getting distracted. Awesome. Is this symbol a quest that I haven't picked up yet, or what should I be doing right about now? What is this?
So we're heretics, just like that. Should we surrender, or...
Don't be foolish. We are the Chantry, as much as any Grand Cleric. That prattle from Valroyo isn't the word of the Maker. It's politics.
Chancellor Roderick.
Do you think the mages will be able to seal the breach? I heard some speak of using the Templars instead. Oh. I suppose that would work as well.
It's not going crazy anymore, but it's still here, and it's widespread. Hey, what was this thing? It just disappeared. Oh, that's my own waypoint. I see, okay. I guess I must have said that earlier. And... yeah. Alright.
If you're not using them later, Segrit is willing to pay.
Fulfill Inquisition requisitions with a quartermaster.
If you're here to clean, Hess can get you a bucket and a broom. Anyone calls you knife here, come to me. Oh, you're her. Thren. Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
Okay, you know what? Before we continue on here...
Farewell.
Make a go with you.
You know, I can't imagine having, like, not really having zoom-ins anymore for this kind of conversation. There were so many branches just now. I'm gonna try to get a nicer angle so we can have a long-lasting, nice conversation with a nice angle.
Can I help you with something?
And we can change it a little bit. Okay, oh, you know what? Good enough for me.
What do you do here?
I make sure the Inquisition troops have food in their bellies and iron in their hands. Both are important. Lots of people expecting us to be heroes, marching all day to fight the demons. Turns out heroes need to dig latrines just like everyone else.
How does someone end up as quartermaster for the Inquisition?
I served for Eldon under Ten Logain MacTier.
Oh.
Best commanding officer this world has ever seen. After they all turned on him at Denerim, though, there wasn't much use for people who held that opinion. King Alistair offered my services to the Inquisition, probably to get rid of me.
I wouldn't say that loud if I were you. How do people view Logain these days? Yeah, he might have been competent, but... yeah. Wow, we have to make a stance. I have to make a stance? I'm an elf! I don't care about your human politics. I don't know about your human politics. I don't want to offend her, though, because she's the quartermaster. I need her.
Your loyalty to the man you served is admirable, Quartermaster.
Thank you. A lot of people seem to think they know what happened at Ostagar, but I was there. Turnogay never betrayed his king. If he'd brought the reinforcements, Darkspawn would have just killed everyone. He did what he had to do to save our country, and we betrayed him. I apologize. Sister Liliana told me I shouldn't talk about this. Just forget it.
Yeah, you shouldn't. If you said that to the wrong person, your head would be chopped off.
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
I'm making this Inquisition run with what we have, but we're not a real army. We're stretched thin on materials, so I've put up a requisition list for anything that could help our people. Here, take a look. You find some iron and a good logging site, maybe Harriet can get our troops better weapons.
If I have material for a special order, do I bring it to you?
Just take it over there. One of my boys will take the materials or jot down what you found.
Okay.
Farewell.
Make a go with you.
Cool, I guess. Inspect requisitions. Inquisition weapons. 5 iron, 1 logging stand. I have the 5 iron actually, but not the logging stand.
You find anything we need, let me know.
Alright. Cool. Anybody here? That pop in.
Does it trouble you?
My hand? I don't know. I mean, I do wonder about it, but I am more upset that it didn't close the breach, probably. I want to try a sad choice.
If it wasn't enough to close the breach, what use is it?
You did everything we asked of you.
And it still didn't work.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
Who opened the breach? How did it open? We don't know any of these things. We have to become as powerful as them.
Clearly, you have something in mind.
We do. You've met Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
Oh!
It was only for a moment on the field. I'm pleased you survived.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
Anderan Atishan.
You speak Elven?
You've just heard the entirety of it, I'm afraid.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
Of course I do.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
I didn't even recognize Cullen. Cullen from the Circle Tower. Yeah, I remember Cullen. And Cullen from the Kirkwall. Now you're here? You're everywhere.
That's an impressive bunch of titles.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
Oh, fantastic.
They still think I'm guilty.
That is not the entirety of it any longer. Some are calling you, a Dalish elf, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Oh my god, do you see the thing she's holding? She's holding a clipboard with a candle bolted onto it. I'm not sure if that's genius or not. Like, isn't the wax gonna drip down onto the paper? Whatever.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading.
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
If I was a human, there would be less pushback on it. But a Dalish elf... I don't know about it.
It's a little unsettling.
I'm sure the Chantry would agree.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign.
And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
Wait, if Cullen's here, there are Templars supporting us as well. Well, one individual Templar.
They aren't more concerned about the breach, the real threat.
They do know it's a threat, they just don't think we can stop it.
The Chantry is telling everyone you'll make it worse.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
Why would someone from the Chantry help a declared heretic?
I understand she's a reasonable sort. Perhaps she does not agree with her sisters. You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the Hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Operations! The war table allows you to apply the power of the Inquisition throughout Orlais and Ferelden. Mother Giselle is in the Hinterlands, which can be found on the Ferelden side of the table. Oh, Orlais and Ferelden! Oh, sweet! Remember back at the end of Dragon Age 2, I was like, oh, I hope we go to Orlais. It looks like that's happening. Awesome.
Have you kept in touch with our friends in Lady Esterly's estate?
Several bards will play for her tomorrow night. We will have names soon enough.
Orlais, known for its culture of extravagant nobility, yet also as the birthplace of the Chantry, Orlais is the most powerful human nation in Thedas. Inquisition perks. In the perks menu, you can select perks that provide unique benefits to your party. I don't have any points. Forces, secrets, connections, okay. I don't have any points. There is this sense that we have to build up the Inquisition. Like we're working bit by bit to build this organization up. Ferelden, conquered by Orlais, torn by civil war, ravaged by the Fifth Blight. Ferelden is no stranger to hardship. With a veil weakened, the land is more turbulent than ever. Here's where the breach is. Okay. The Inquisition can unlock new areas for you to explore through scouting operations. Perform the scouting operation for the Hinterlands on the Ferelden side of the war table now. Cost 1. Mother Giselle was last seen in the Hinterlands outside Redcliffe, tending refugees who fled the fighting between renegade Templars and apostate mages. The latest report suggests that the vicious struggle between the two groups has spread to the Hinterlands, catching the refugees and Mother Giselle in the middle. It's vital to protect her, and if possible, restore order to that area. If Giselle dies, any hope of Chantry support dies with her. My scouts will slip past the fighting, find her, and protect her with their lives. Oh, each of these connections, secrets, forces. Is this Liliana? Okay. I don't know if I know what I'm doing. Wait, do we actually get to go there, or are we just automatically there? Okay, we did it already. I thought it was us accepting a quest, but no, it's like, sending off people to do stuff. Because it's a group effort. Scouting report. We avoided the fighting as best we could. It's every bit as bad as we feared. The apostates are mad, attacking anything that moves, and it appears that the Templars here aren't following anyone's orders anymore. We located Mother Giselle and are trying to protect her, but she refuses to leave the refugees until we've ensured their safety. That'll be hard to do without troops to push the apostates and the Templars out of the area. Commander Cullen asked me to make inquiries of Master Dennett, a retired horse master of Redcliffe who lives in the area. We tried to contact him about obtaining better horses for the Inquisition, but we've been unable to get through the fighting. Lead Scout Harding. This unlocks a new area. So now I can go to the Hinterlands? Okay. Wait. Everybody? Solus, Cassandra. What about Liliana? Give me Liliana. Varric. I have a feeling we probably still had a lot more going on back at Haven. One step at a time.
Herald of Andraste. I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. It's odd for a Dalish elf to care what happens to anyone else, but you'll get no backtalk here. That's a promise. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. All of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Ugh. What? I don't get it. Hightown? Harding?
I'm starting to worry about these stories that everyone's heard.
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. They only say you're the last great hope for Thedas.
Oh, wonderful.
The Hinterlands are as good a place as any to start fixing things. We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
Okay. No time like the present, I suppose. Camps established, holding the Hinterlands. Wait, so my overall goal is to just increase influence of the Inquisition for now. And try to make my mark stronger. A whole bunch of crap going on everywhere, though. Okay, alright. Hinterlands. Master of horses. Rifts on the outskirts. We gotta close them. Holding the Hinterlands. Establish camps to hold the Hinterlands and support Inquisition activity in the region. Can I see like a world map, or is this just a close by? Threat remains. The breach is calmed, but the trouble is only beginning. Okay, so we gotta go all around and activate those camps. Just walk around for now, maybe. Potion assignment and replenishment. You can equip or replenish potions for each family member, party member. Drag potions from the list on the left to the slots on the bottom right. You gotta replenish them before you can use them. Healing potions are replenished for free automatically, but all other potions require herbs. We don't have potions yet. Okay. Resting. We do not need to rest. For now. Requisitions officer.
This might interest you, sir.
What is it?
This may be worthwhile.
Recipe, Inquisition tapestries.
Nothing to report, sir.
Okay. Got some recipes? Take a look around. Hinterlands, Redcliffe. So close to where's the hero of Ferelden? At a time like this, there's a breach in Ferelden. Come help. I know they won't. Because I don't think they know what your hero of Ferelden looks like. It would be a pain in the butt to have to like make a new model for every single variation of hero for Ferelden and all that. Okay, I'm just gonna take a look around. It's like this is a mini side area. Now we're trying to fulfill the stuff, all the quests and whatever in this one Hinterlands area. I got you, I got you. I've heard that at some point, like, some of the quests are quite like MMO-ish and not really story advancing, I guess. My general stance on quests is if it advances the story in any way, I'll do it. But if it's gonna be something like, I'll give you 20 elf roots as a reward, and that's it, I'm not gonna care. No? There's something in this house. Wanna go in? Where's the main... Where's the entrance? Here. A letter in an empty home. Bythras, I know you escaped with the other mages, and I know you'll come here. Father told you that if you ever strayed, he'd put you down himself. If you're here, you know he's dead, but I'm not. I'll be killing apostates and waiting for you at Old Fennec's place to the north. I've got Father's sword and my true brothers in the Templars. Come if you're man enough. Oh. Brothers? A family where there's a mage, but this person's a Templar?
That may be worth investigating.
They sound like they want to kill their sibling. Not sure if that's that great. Hat of the Inquisitor. Oh, should I be doing everyone's equipments and all that? Hat of the Inquisitor. Oh, level requirements. Okay, forget about it for now then. Hey, we gotta be careful though, because we don't want that to go. We gotta sell stuff and all that. So worth investigating. How do I investigate that? I have to open this up and... Blood Brothers. Set active. Go to the location mentioned in the letter. Related codex. Oh, this is so useful. Thank you. Great. Yeah, alright. Tapestry requisition. We gotta just collect stuff, okay? Alright. So that quest is over there. Sure. Rifts on the outskirts. I wish we could... I wish we saw a little bit more on the mini... Oh, world map. Okay, okay. Haven. Even in these trying times, good help is not hard to find. Explore Haven and meet some of the Inquisition's crafting masters. I didn't do that yet. I didn't even meet anybody, and I'm already doing stuff. Look at how hard I'm working. I'm working hard. So I probably want to... Wait, the camp is where we came... Whoa, okay. Oh, we can travel there. In that case, I'm going to go over there. So we can close a rift, get some camps, and then travel back to the camp.